I'd like to take a few moments to talk to you about life and about the world. You know, if you look around, it can seem that the world is full of chaos, very chaotic, at times very negative, and more recently very violent. But in the midst of all of that, there are also people who are sowing seeds of peace, justice, goodness. It depends on your outlook. You can view the world as a wilderness, or you can view the world as a garden. Now, if it's a garden, that would suggest that it sometimes needs tending, okay? And this makes me think of my grandmother. My grandmother had an incredible green thumb. She could grow anything. She loved to garden. She grew beans and corn, tomatoes, you name it. But she didn't just go out in the middle of the field and dig things with her hands. She had tools that helped her with specific processes and things she needed to do. We have tools too. We just have to learn how to utilize them. I want to do a series of meditations with you over the next minute or so, talking about giftedness and tools we have in life. I want you to take a moment to think about a gift that you have, especially when it comes to how you interact with people. Something that that's inherent to you that you were born with. Now I want you to think about a particular person in a particular situation where you were able to help through your giftedness. Take a moment to think about that. A specific person, a specific instance. How did that make you feel to be able to help? How do you think it made that other person feel to be helped? You can take as much time as you need if you want to pause the video. But going on, the second meditation I want you to do is to think about a moment in your life when you really, really wanted to help someone, but you just did not have the tools, you did not have the giftedness in that situation, and you were aware of it. You were in the midst of helping, you may have even been making the situation worse. And how did that make you feel? Now take a moment and forgive yourself for your shortcomings, because we all have them. This is something that you'll encounter in life from time to time. And thirdly, I want you to think about a time in your life when you were the one being helped. Someone was tending you. Someone was, in their own way, healing you or bringing wholeness to you or letting you know that you were not alone. They were helping. How did that make you feel? Now realize in life that we're going to encounter these situations over and over again. Sometimes we are going to be a helper. Sometimes we're going to be the one being helped. And sometimes we're going to be incapable of helping because it's outside our giftedness. Don't beat yourself up too much for the second one. No one wants to be the person who can't help. We all want to either be helped or help. But we do have to acknowledge that we have Achilles' heels and that we have shortcomings. If you don't think you have one, that might be your shortcoming. But it's like polishing silver. You see the dirty spot. You get your polishing rag and you polish over and over and over again. You work on it. You see it and you work on it. And that's how it may be the work of a lifetime to acquire a particular giftedness in an area. There also may be times where we just have to submit to God and say, you know, I've tried every logical, reasonable thing I can do to be able to be better at this particular part of my life. But I'm not able to do it on my own. We have to turn that over to God and ask for help. I believe that God will help and honor you if that's something that you really want. And Hildegard von Bingen once said that as the wind carries the feather through the sky, the feather's not moving on its own, it's carried by the wind. So is our soul, and so is our purpose, carried by the Spirit of God through the world. So just keep at it, being a helper in the world. And the more you do it, and the more you seek to do it, the better you will become at it. And then in that way, we don't view life as just a wilderness, but we view it as a garden. And we get to be part of the system that keeps it up and makes it a better place. Thank you for your time.